How long were you there?
We went to Haiti on the 23rd, and we were there for, wait a minute, I've got to think now. We went the 23rd, we came back the 20th. We went the 15th and came back the 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
And we were there for 7 days working, and then it was a couple days travel.
Now, what made you want to go to Haiti?
I think God. I mean, really. I mean, saw the devastation, and we just, I went with another friend from work, Chandler Davidson, and we both talked about it and just really wanted to go, see if there was a way we could help.
Your first thoughts when you arrived in Haiti? Is there anything running through your mind?
Devastation. I mean, as far as the things I saw, it was very devastating. We actually went into the Dominican Republic first. We flew in there because the airport was still closed in Port-au-Prince. Mm-hmm. So we went to the Wyoming base in the Dominican Republic, and we got there about 2 o'clock in the morning, and we were told we were going to be leaving in the van in about 3 hours. So we got a quick cold shower and got ready to hit the road. So we drove into Haiti. So the first things we saw going was crossing the border, and there were UN people there, and just really crowded at the border. And that wasn't in Port-au-Prince; that was just going through the border. But even there, it was devastating. The poverty and just the desperation of people there was overwhelming. So it just continued as we went on into Port-au-Prince. Mm-hmm. It's worse than anything you can see on TV.
What did you do first?
We went to an orphanage because I was with Mercy Works, and we didn't stay at the medical facilities that were set up by some different organizations. We went and stayed with Mercy Works. Mm-hmm. And so we were at an orphanage called New Life Orphanage. And that was our little haven. And they had over 100 kids in the orphanage. And we stayed in tents there. We were fortunate to have cold running water, which we didn't drink, but we were able to at least get a cold shower. And they had taken their chapel and made it a post-op clinic. So they had 20 kids in their post-op clinic. So each night after we'd worked all day at a medical facility, we were able to come back and at least be with the kids and kind of have a quiet haven. It was like a 3-acre haven, and it had huge walls and armed guards there, so it was pretty cool. That's how we got the first day, though. Just got to meet our team and get settled.
You have some terrific stories with the patients. One in particular, the guy who spent 28 days.
Mm-hmm. His name was Evans, and he survived after 28 days. He was the last survivor that they found. And he'll tell you that the way that he survived was that a man in white came and gave him water every now and then. And I believe him. I believe him because I'm a Christian, but I believe him because he is not a showy person. He's a very humble person, very kind person, very quiet person. He's not somebody who goes around trying to make a big deal of anything. And he's got a lot of hope. He's up walking with crutches and wanting to get better. He's doing really good.
What other stories do you have?
First of all, the really cool thing, because we went with Mercy Works in YWAM, is that we were on a diverse team. So we had people from, doctors and nurses from South Africa, and Singapore, and Australia, and Holland, and England, and Ireland, and Canada. So that was pretty cool to be with Christians like that working from all around the world. And a lot of times we split up. Sometimes we went to Miami Hospital, which is the hospital that Miami University set up. It's like a makeshift hospital. It's just a couple tents basically at the airport. But that's where they're doing most of the surgeries, and that's where the ER is, and that's where the post-op is. And our first day at Miami, we had 120 patients in our med-surg ward with only 5 nurses. So it was very overwhelming. So as I said, when we got there, you just kind of hit the ground running because there's not much organization. It's truly MASH nursing. There's helicopters flying all over the place, and it's pretty bizarre. But there's about 4 to 5 doctors for every nurse. It's just cot by cot by cot. There's no privacy. I mean, it's just 120 patients with 2 to 3 family members in the tent. So it's very, very crowded. And your IVs, you have ropes going down the aisles. That's what you hang your IVs on. I mean, it's just very bare bones kind of nursing. But the people were very grateful. And in all the chaos, the first day we were there was probably the worst because we were the shortest staff that day. And a little Haitian preacher came in. And he started preaching at the top of his lungs and started praising and worshiping God. And everybody started praising and worshiping God and had their hands raised. And just a total peace over the whole chaos just settled. And it was just amazing. the difference. So there's hope in Haiti. There's revival going on in Haiti.
Yeah.
We did ICU one day because we're both ICU nurses, so they were really needing help one day. And it's 6 bed. We had 6 beds in like a 10 by 12 area, and that was our medications and everything. And you, when you go into the doors where the ICU is, the OR is in the same room, just behind a curtain. And you walk in the door on the left, there's a giant red bag labeled body parts as you go in the door. The sad thing is there's a lot of American doctors down there, and they haven't made the transition to thinking that they're in a disaster zone. So they're trying to save a lot of stuff. But the reality is these patients, when they get done, there's no rehab for them. When they're done, they're going back to tents. So most of those tents are still just sheets and sticks. But we did mobile clinics too. So we got to do a few of those, and that's just where you went into the tent cities with your doctor and a couple of us nurses and makeshift pharmacy, and everybody lines up. And that's where the desperation is, because you can only treat so many, and people are shoving to get in the front of the line. Because if you're a mom with a kid, you think your kid's sick, and these people are going to leave.
Yeah.
Some of the kids have malaria. A lot of kids we treated everybody for worms and typhoid, one case of typhoid, and a couple pneumonia. And these are mostly kids. At one point, we just finally stopped seeing the adults and said we would only see kids.